You guys ever wonder what your cats see? When you hold them, you're like, oh my god, I love you so much. I love you so much. It's terrifying. Tado. Tado? Excuse me, sir. Sir, I have a very important mission I must attend to. You are not welcome to come on this mission. Hi, Hobbs. Sweet boy. Tado. There's my girl. She's trained. Don't make me look like a fool. Shadow. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, fellow patrons. Today we're going to learn about trapping. First rule of trapping. Don't get hurt. I didn't have a first rule. Why are you always here to bully me? What? Okay, come on, let's go inside. Please don't be alarmed about his limping. He has I have arthritis, and he gets regular pain medication for it, but there's not much we can do except just keep him comfortable. That's all we can do. Come on, let's go inside. Stop yelling at me. Let's go in the house. Two best friends in a room. They might kiss. He's over it. All right, go inside. Okay, first rule of trapping is safety. You always want to be safe. Never go trapping alone. She says that she's about to go trapping alone. How about this? Let's redefine that rule. Never go trapping alone in a new, scary, unknown, dark location. Okay? All those things, you should have a buddy. Usually when I go trapping, it's with my team. Maybe it's a new location, whatever, but I'm never alone. The place that we're going to today is someplace that I've trapped at before. I know the people, I know the feeder, I know the area. They're familiar with me, so I'm not really worried about my safety. Plus, my location is on at all times, so people can keep tabs on me. So, number one, safety. Number two, whenever you are at a new location, assume you know nothing. Try to figure out if there's a feeder, who the feeder is, what time they feed, how many cats are in the colony. Try to get the people in the area on your side. It is a lot easier to trap when you have the understanding and consent of the people around you in that area, in that neighborhood. If they are on board, it is a whole lot easier to trap. Okay, don't just like show up with a trap and be like, I'm gonna save these cats, and everyone's like, who the hell are you? And you're like, bet. That never works out well. So have a plan, talk to people, and then when it's time to go trapping, here's what you need. You're gonna need towels. I'm making a little checklist here. You're gonna need towels or sheets, or some people get some really fancy, like they sew sheets that perfectly fit a trap. I don't have those, I have towels to cover the traps, because when cats are covered in traps, they're calm. Please don't ever leave a cat in a trap without a cover. They are freaking out anyway. Whenever they're covered, they're usually pretty calm. Second thing is you're gonna need bait. This is where talking to the feeder is really gonna come in handy, because if they can hold off food for a full day or the night before or something so that the cats are really, really hungry, it's gonna be a lot easier to trap said cats. So you're gonna wanna bring some stinky, smelly, wonderful food. Sometimes the cats are gonna be particular, so sometimes they're gonna want the same things that they've been eating. Sometimes they're okay with something new. I like to bring a variety of foods, and the smellier the better, and just see what works. Okay. The third thing is you're gonna need traps. This is where things can differ. So you can have your like traditional box trap, which we'll go over in a second, or your box trap, which is usually what you guys see me do because I think it's more fun. But if you just have a box trap, or if you just have access to a box trap, that works perfectly fine. I would say 9 times out of 10, that is a wonderful thing to use, and it'll get the job done. But every once in a while, you'll have a trickier cat in which you might need to locate or borrow or have a drop trap. That's why we have one. So safety, get people on your team, and then make sure you have all your supplies, and like make sure you have a running checklist of the things that you need, because the last thing you want to do is drive to the location and not have what you need. The other thing that might be really important is to have either a tarp or pee pads to put down in your car, because the feral cats will pee on everything, and that's super fun. Sometimes I wonder what my neighbors think of me. Just smile and wave. Smile and wave. Okay. This is your traditional. Let's get in the center. This is your traditional box trap. This is a little bit fancier of a box trap. What is going on today? They don't all look like this. A lot of them just have an opening in the front. They don't have an opening in the back like this one to let the cats out. But whatever you got, it all has the same type of mechanics. So you've got the front end that has the door. The door, once open, has a little hook or some type of mechanism that is going to attach to a long piece of metal that attaches to a what's called a trip plate here in like the middle of the trap. Can you see the trip plate? You can see the trip plate now in the middle. When the trap is not set, the trip plate is not up, if something were to come in here right now, this would not fall because it's not attached to anything. So you use the little mechanism here to put it up. You have the door basically sitting on the metal piece that attaches to the trip plate. So when the cat comes in and steps on the plate, that was a bit anticlimactic, the trap trips. So once you have the trap in the place that you want it to be, you want to put the food on the end near the trip plate because they want to come in and step on the trip plate while they're trying to eat the food. It's a very not super fun surprise. So you put the food here, you put this down, and then you're going to cover this with a towel. Once this is covered with a towel and it's set, you want to put it in I would say a less conspicuous location. Don't put it in the middle of everything. Nudge it up against the wall, in a bush, next to a tree, in like more of an enclosed location because cats, they find that more comfortable. They feel more safe in that environment. It's not real safety, but you know, it is what it is. Some people will line their traps with like newspaper or with pee pads. That is totally up to you. I have never lined my traps. I don't know if it increases the comfortability or not of the cats. I always put them on a pee pad when they are in like my garage because they typically like 9 times out of 10 will use the bathroom while they're in the garage. And this end over here, when it's time to release them, you let that go. They open this and they run out. This is also really nice because you can put the food on this end and then they can run in here. That is this. That is the box trap. So let's get to the location. We're gonna load up, we're gonna get everything in the car, and then we're gonna head to set a location. And we are going to set up for this cat. I'm probably gonna bring just the drop trap so I can explain that. But that's a box trap. It's pretty simple, it's pretty great. You can get them fairly cheap at like a local Tractor Supply or Big Red or Big R or Circle K or whatever your equivalent is in your area. That's what you can do, okay? So, let's go trap this cat. We have made it to said location, and I am happy to announce that the boy in question is here. This is actually Sriracha's colony, and a few other ones that were at Bethany's house, but you guys probably mostly know Sriracha. This is where hymns originated from. So we got to make sure that we get this kitty before there's more little Srirachas running around. You know how that goes. Now, these guys are pretty relaxed. They are a great colony. They're very well taken care of, very well loved. So I'm going to try as like, excuse me. I'm going to try to be as sneaky as possible and as quick as possible, set up the drop trap and possibly the box trap, and see what we can get. Some of these guys are really difficult to get in that they would not go in a box trap unless I was across the street. So hopefully this works out well, but I'm gonna go set up the drop trap. Well, let's go. Okay, obviously I chose to set the box trap because here's the thing. Whichever one we catch him in is fine. There's no like better trap to catch anything in. If we catch him, it's good. But the thing that I've learned with trapping is you want to be as one and done as possible, meaning you want to set up your traps, whether it's 1 trap, 2 trap, 3 trap, 4, 5 traps, 6 traps, 7 or more, whatever it is. You want to make sure that they are all set in one go. You want to go in, create some chaos, and then leave and let the chaos settle. Oh, here he comes. If you go in and cause a lot of chaos and then keep going back and forth setting new traps, that amount of chaos is going to be a little bit too much for them and they're going to have a hard time adjusting and you might not trap any. So go in, cause a bunch of chaos, and then leave, and usually they'll come out and start adjusting to all the new things in their environment. You'll also notice that none of the other cats are around because they are so tired of my shenanigans. They know what I'm up to. They're done with this. They're gonna wait because they've been trained and they know well enough that when I'm done trapping, I will leave them a bunch of food. I also tend to go trapping on days where it is really hot. I don't like it. That was a great example of a very stressed cat. that is why it's also really nice to go with someone else so you don't have to deal with it. But there's like a lot of people around right now, so I'm gonna, not that I'm scared, I just like people, you know, and people. So I'm just gonna get everything all taken care of, get him loaded up, and then get home, and then we'll see each other there. Bye. Here's our man. He's very mad, not having a good time, okay? I don't know if you saw, but I certainly saw that he has a couple balls, so he's definitely an unneutered male. We're gonna get that taken care of tomorrow. So he will be ballless and flawless and ready to take on the world. And we'll just return him back to the colony, even though he's new. As you could tell when we rolled up, he was perfectly fine being there. He was chill. He's got someone who takes care of them. And she's in contact with me. So that is it. Today was heavy on the education. I hope you took some notes. I hope that you feel very educated and ready to take on the world. If not, terribly sorry. You should unsubscribe below. Oh my God. And I will see you next week. Goodbye.